right, so what, either anything that I heard, especially if you heard anything and you're like, I've either never heard that or I don't believe you, or I heard the exact opposite, or anything that I've triggered that you kind of went, all right, well tell me more about this, or I'm in this situation.
I have
Allison, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good memory. I have a few questions actually. So
You can have one for now, Allison.
okay,
Okay.
that's fair.
Good.
So for offer letters, if you apply or interview with multiple clinics, how long should you expect them to contact you back? Like what grace period should you give them?
I honestly, I don't think there should be, they should just tell you when to expect it. So, I mean, if you go, and it's a fair question to ask them. If everything's good and everything, and you did an observation, oh, that's another thing. Do observation. Before you take a job, do observation. Don't let them tell you, well, HIPAA, you really can't come into our clinic because of HIPAA. You can sign something that says, I won't divulge. And they also can keep you away from medical information if they wanted to, just to get the environment. So, but that's, you're done with your observation, everything, and like, if you feel comfortable and want to move forward, we're going to send you an offer. Okay, just so I know about how long, when should I expect that, or should I look for it by the end of this week? If you're not told that, now we'll tell somebody. Right, you should get it on Friday. Please reach out to us if you don't get it on Friday. One of the girls, Sarah, when we hired Sarah, loved this girl, and then we sent her an offer after all these nice talks. I didn't hear a thing from her, nothing. So I called her, because I had a number from the interview process, and she's like at her friend's house with her husband on the deck, having a cookout or something. She's like, oh, hi, I thought maybe you changed your mind. I'm like, no, we sent you an offer 2 days ago. She goes, I never got it. We looked back and it's sent, but she never received it. So we'll be like, another day she would have accepted a different offer. So it is definitely okay to both of us to kind of follow up. But if they say, okay, we're going to get it to you by the end of the week. End of the week comes, I wouldn't wait till, like, end of the week really means Friday. Don't wait till Monday. Call Friday at 3 and say, hey, I'm just curious if I should still expect the offer today. So it is okay to ask that question. And you may ask another question if you would like.
That actually kind of takes care of my second question, because I was going to ask how long, like if you're kind of debating between going out or waiting for like another one, how long you should accept the offer letter, or if they have like exploratory.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
That's good. I appreciate that you care about that, because we've had a couple of, not many, but we've had a couple of times where we gave an offer, never heard anything back, called the person, they were, oh yeah, I decided to take another one. Well, that was kind of rude. Just tell us, you know. So I think it's reasonable to just tell them, is it okay, or ask them, is it okay if I let you know next Wednesday? Just do the same thing. Just say, this is when I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, one more. Unless that's one more.
So for new grads, like we're graduating at the end of this year, like what is our salary that we're looking at? Like what's too low, what's too high? Because we've never really been told that, and what to know, what to look for like a good range, I guess, to start.
Okay. So again, we talked about geography. It's going to make a huge difference. Okay, so it really, really depends on where you go. I think nationally, you put everything together, the average for a new grad would be in the high 60s. So there's really no reason, unless you're picking a real competitive market, that it should be less than that. Now, if you go to a very, highly wanted company in a very highly desired geography, doing very highly, you know what I'm trying to say, I'll stop saying, diagnoses and things like that, they could probably pay you a little bit less, because they're like, okay, you don't want it, someone else will. But all of you guys should be able to very easily, there's no reason, especially if you stay in Michigan, that you should be making, again, depending on where you are, anything south of that.
Do you have any tips about like negotiating like benefits and salary, or if you have like two offers you like, but you like one place a little better, but like the salary's not what you want? Like, is there any tips you can give, like how to negotiate that?
Okay, first of all, thank you for saying that, because you should take to someone you trust and you know and everything offers. We had two of our current facility managers debated whether to come to us or another company they had two offer sheets, and they took it. One of them went to Flint, and then got reading it, but
he was in Illinois.
So they took it back to their clinical coordinators, So what would you do? So having someone that has seen a lot of offers and things, I would definitely do that. One thing I would tell you is, if you're really having trouble, first of all, be honest, and you can just, you could tell me, look at Kevin, it's a pretty good salary. I like the bonus. This company is offering these benefits. Is there any way, or is there something else in exchange for that? Or your benefits, which they are really, really good. I'd like a little bit more money to start off with. Is it possible to come up? And I wouldn't necessarily give them a number. I need you to come up to 75 if you want me. But you could say, I'm being offered a little bit more. Is there any way? And then if we come back and everything's been connected, and we'll go, all right, how about this? Now, only once, we had someone who did that, and we said, okay, how about this? And then they came back, and we're like, well, now the other place is offering me this, so will you enjoy the other place? You're going to come back at me and keep doing that? No, it's not going to happen. But it's certainly okay to come back and say, because, again, not recently, but we've had people that didn't come to us because they really have a hard time making a decision, but they never told us why they're having trouble with this kid. And it probably could have been something that would have been very easily fixed and either part of it was even understanding about how some of the benefits work. So it's, you guys, this is like your life. Ask questions. Don't be afraid that you're not supposed to ask questions. Yes, ma'am.
So coming out of school, when you start applying to places, is there like a number of places that you should only apply to 3 places and you get interviewed? Would you just say apply everywhere?
Yeah. Well, again, apply that everywhere you feel you have a fit or you have a desire.
Because if you were getting let's say you end up getting 4 offers, is that inappropriate, or would you say that that's okay to go take it?
I have no idea how many offers other people are sending out, how many offers they've gotten. You should get as many as you can to choose from. Just like I tell people, apply to as many PT schools as you possibly can. I've had people that applied to 9 PT schools, got in 1. I had people that applied to 5 and got in all 5. So, it all varies. But no. There's not. I'm not going to say, by the way, before I give you this offer, how many other companies did you? You should ask as many cut out and have, you can have 4 offer sheets in front of you that are all good. Okay.
And do you ever have an interview process where there's only 1 interview, or is it usually multiple interviews?
No, what we try to do is, so our process is contact, phone interview. Does it feel like, and I talked about with some of the girls already earlier today, is it going to be a fit even in the discussion? Okay? And then if it's going to be a fit, let's set up, if it's someone that has come in from out of town, let's set up observation and live interview at the same time. What do we think? And then from there, potentially it can be an offer. So, yeah, I think the only times we've ever really brought people back was not really even for a PT position. It was like for a management position, and you had to keep pulling down candidates. When it comes to a PT, if between observation, talking to them on the phone, having a live interview, and just discussion, you can't make a decision there. Yes.
How common is that mentoring process? Because I have not heard good things about being able to be mentored like that coming out of school.
How far, are you talking about the way I do it, or we do it?
It doesn't have to be as gentle, I guess, but I've asked PTs I work with, and they were like, yeah, I was basically thrown in with the sharks.
Oh, they still do that sometimes?
Yes.
Okay. No.
So how common is...
I don't know. I can tell once again with my peer group, because we share ideas and we pick each other's brains and things like that, that progressive, literally no patience your first few days to a progression is how we all do it. And we all have, again, staff that stays. I think I told you guys, we were celebrating 2 10s, a 15 and 20-year anniversary. We had 25. I've been to 31. My partners have been there 20. So we try to make sure that we're not whoa. I'll tell you, we did lose. We realized together that the person should not be with us anymore. We did an interview. He was coming from another state. Could never interview him live. Did it through Zoom. Couldn't even do the observation. So we kind of hired him that day. Observe, get started, and if you think it's going to fit, we're going to get going with this. And he's like, yeah, okay. And we just got started, and it was not his thing. And he would have known that if he had been able to do the observation. So, but, he was coming from another state, so it's really, really important, I think, to get an idea. Yes, ma'am?
What would be a good timeline for new grads applying to jobs? Would it be like right after
Gosh, you
board?
guys are so good.
Right after
You keep
graduation?
asking questions, things I forget to say. Quite honestly, as soon as you find a company that you want to work with, you should start talking to them, and you should start locking things down. Some people I want to have a job set before I even take my test. I just don't want to think about it, and I want to be able to have my test. Because we'll take people if they fail their test. We'll work with them and let them kind of help and all that stuff, right? But other people are like, don't even talk to me until I pass. I don't want to think about it. So you do what you want to do. Because we've hired people before they graduated and before they took their test. And then they just joined us 4 to 5 months later. Okay, and we've got other people that, I want to work for you, but I don't want to think about it right now until I'm licensed. And then they contact us when they get their license and get things rolling. So, but as soon as you guys have, like, this is where I want to go. This is where. What is your name? Summary is, when you feel you have a fit and you're getting close to graduation, do what you want to do. You want to get connected, get set, know it's there, and then you just focus on your test. Some people have actually come to work for us, kind of like a glorified assistant role, while they were studying for their test. Others were like, I want to join you, but I'm not doing anything, so like I said, that was pass the test. So, sorry, Samantha, am I over?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Guys, I'll say it again.